Hey everybody, it's Matthew. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're of course going to learn another Kim Thayil solo, the famed guitar player for Soundgarden. This is the solo from the song Let Me Drown, which is the opening track from Super Unknown. This solo has some fairly difficult parts in it. It's actually one of the most challenging Soundgarden solos because there are some quite speedy parts in this solo, which make it a little bit harder than some of the other Soundgarden solos that we've been learning. I do have a few disclaimers before we get into this. The way the solo is arranged in the song, it's kind of three sections that are divided up by other parts of the song. So we're going to be learning everything in three separate sections. I'm not going to do a whole long thing of me playing through it. So we're just going to have our full speed examples of each section as we're going through them, so we don't bog this down with just this long playthrough section. And I do have a tab that I included. Hopefully I got it to work. And it may not be entirely accurate to the song. The BPM may be different. Some of the divisions of the notes may be different. So, you know, there's a little bit of inconsistency. So always consult the real song when you're learning anything. And with that in mind, we're going to get right into this. So here is the full speed demo of the first section. Okay, so starting out with this section, we're going to have some unison bends here. So we're going to put third finger on the 12th fret of the G and our pinky on the 13th fret of the B, and we're going to bend that 12th fret up while we pick it, so we get this. So that sound is what we're going for, and then there's going to be two of those to start that are half notes. And then we're going to have another one that's faster, and then we're going to bend, we're going to release that and then bend up that 12th fret again, and then go to the 10th fret on the G to end it. So we're going to have this for the second part of it. So your whole thing would be like this. And that is the first lick. Let's go on to the next one, which we're going to start with sliding into this 12th fret on the D and tremolo picking that, which means we're going to pick really fast. Just like that. And it's about, what is it, like I think it's about 4 picks or so. I think there's a total of 8 notes, 8 or 7 or so there. And then we're going to have this lick here, which is starting from the 10th fret of the A string to the 12th fret, and then the 10th fret of the D string to the 12th fret. And then we're going to do a double stop on the 10th fret of the B and G, holding those down with our finger at the same time. And we're going to play it, and then with after a slight delay, we're going to bend that up half a tone. So that whole lick would be like this. Now you can do hammer-ons here, you can alternate pick this, whatever you want to do here. So you're going to have that, and then we're going to have another lick starting here, 12th fret of the D again, to the 10th fret of the G, to the 12th fret of the G, and bend it up. Just like that, and then we're going to go 10th fret B, 13th fret, and then bend that up. And then we're going to have this rolling lick here, like this, which is going to be 10th fret of the B, 13th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret, and then do that pattern again after that. So like this. And then back to 10th fret B, to 12th fret G, and then we're going to go 10th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, and that's the end of that lick. So it would be like this. So there's that lick, and then the next one here in this section, we're going to go back to the 13th fret of the B, and we're going to bend it up and then do a few quick picks here like this. So just like that. That can be hard to do, a bend and pick it that quick, that many times right in the middle of a solo there, so that could be a tricky one. But, you know, keep practicing it and you'll get it. So we're going to have that. Then the 12th fret of the G after that. And then that's going to be a bit of a longer note than the rest of the lick. You'll see what happens here though. We'll play that and then we'll go 10th fret B, 12th fret G, 10th fret G, 12th fret D, back to 10th fret G. So after we hit that 12th fret the first time, we're going to do this here. So that's a pretty simple pentatonic rundown, but it's of course much faster in the actual solo. So that whole lick would be like this. And then the final lick, we're getting, well, not the final one. This is the third to last. We're going to have the 13th fret on the E string, the high E, the first time we're going to this, and we're going to bend that and have two little quick picks here, similar to the last lick, but it's a little bit different in the feel. So it's going to be like that. That would be the full speed. But let's slow that down, of course. We're going to have this. And then we're going to have 10th fret, 13th fret, 10th fret. 13th fret of the B, 10th fret, 13th fret. Then 10th fret, G, 12th fret, 10th fret. And then we're going to have 12th fret and then 10th fret on the B string. It might be picked one or two times. I am not sure exactly based on the noise that's going on in the solo. It could be one or two, but you can really kind of do that how you want. And then the 13th fret on the B. And then we're going to do a big octave bend here where we take this 13th fret that we're on already, we take our index finger, put it on the 10th fret of the high E, and we bend this 13th fret on the B up at the same time so that they're both playing the same octave. And you're going to do kind of a flourish here where you bend that twice so it does this. And so the whole lick would be something like this. Now, just for ease of playing, it may not be quite like that. You may have changed this up here to where it just goes 12 fret, 12 fret, 10th fret, 12 fret, and then to it, instead of doing this one extra note, instead of doing an extra 10th fret note on the G string here. Which of course the F note, which is a big important note in this solo because it gets played a lot and finishes multiple licks. But of course, that's Kim Thayil solos for you anyway. He never plays the same thing live. He purposefully will just make things up and improvise solos live, so it's not critical to get them all perfect to the records, but if you want them to be the most recognizable, then of course you would want to do that. Okay, now our next lick here, we're going to go to this 15th fret on the high E, and we're going to bend 3 times, and as you'll hear, this fourth bend has a little bit of an extra push on it. As you'll hear, do these bends several times while picking. The first 3 bends you do, and then that fourth one's going to release all the way down back to the bottom of the bend, and then you're going to pick this 13th fret of the high E here a few times. So with that kind of pattern, and then we're going to go to the 10th here, back to the 13th, bend it up. And then we're going to have 10th fret, 13th fret, 10th fret, 13th fret B, back to the 10th fret of the high E. And then we're going to go back to this 13th fret on the B and bend it up. Then 10th fret, 13th fret, 10th. And then 12th fret of the G, and then 10th fret. And that's the end, but here's that final lick again. And so that first section altogether is going to be like this. Alright, that is the first section there. Let's go on to section 2. Okay, this one's not too complicated. Of course, it's going to start with this bend on the 20th fret of the high E, which when you hear this, you know, it's a bit quieter in the mix, so I think they kind of fade into it or something, probably, but it is very clearly a bend here. And then we're going to go 15th fret high E and bend that up. And then we're going to have this lick here, which is 13th fret, 15th fret, 13th, back to 15th fret of B, 13th fret high E, and then 15th fret of B, 13th fret, and then end on the 15th fret of the B. So after that bend, you would have this. And then you're going to have a second lick after that, which is 13th fret, B, 15th fret, 13th fret, 15th fret, 13th fret, 14th fret of the D, or G string, excuse me, and ending that on the 13th fret of the B string. So that's going to be like this. So like that. So this is a pretty simple section here, of course. Actually, we're not done yet. Whoopsie, I forgot one thing. And then we're going to go here. So we're going to start with this 10th fret of the D string here to the 12th fret. You can slide this off of this 10th fret to this 12th fret or hammer it on. I think it's probably a slide in the song, so you take your third finger, play the 10th, and then slide it. And then 10th fret of the G, and then 12th fret, and then bend, and then we're going to have another bend release after that, so that would be like this. Like that, and then we're going to play 12th fret at the bottom of that, 10th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret. And then he's going to slide out like that, and then come back to this note 2 more times doing that, which is faint in the mix, but this is obviously happening. So after that, you have this kind of a slide out here with all your fingers, and then back to it. And you can play it quieter because it is quieter in the mix if you want. Slide again, and then. So that lick all together would be like this. I don't know where exactly he's sliding out after those hits on that F note again there, but you know, he is sliding out somewhere on a muted string. So that whole section would be like this here. And then that section is over. That's a pretty quick one. We're going to go on to the final section of the solo right now. Okay, this one we're going back to the unison bend again that we did at the beginning of the solo in the first section. And it's also going to have this double stop on the 10th fret, which we've also seen before, the 10th fret of the G and B here. So we're going to have this here. We're going to bend this one and then play it again and release it, and then play this double stop on the 10th fret. So that's going to be like this. And then after that, with a little bit of delay, you're going to play this again. You're not going to bend this time. You're going to do that 12th fret on the G and 13th fret on the B, but you're not going to bend it, and then you're going to play the double stop again. So that's going to be like this. And then we're going to have another lick here starting with this unison bend here, and it's going to be like this. And then we're going to have 10th fret of the G by itself to 12th fret. Then the double stop. And so that's going to be like this. Make sure you get that release clearly. And then we're going to end that with this one here, which is a simple one. Which is play the unison bend, come down on it, play it, and then the double stop again. So that whole opening lick is going to be like this. And then there's this weird, crazy kind of harmonic sound, I guess. There could be a lot of ways you get this sound. It's incredibly high, and I'm not sure what it was. I have it written on the tab as a artificial harmonic, 2 octaves above this A note here, because I think that's the same note, but I am not positive. And it doesn't sound like a artificial harmonic. That was the only way I could get it on the tab. So I literally have no idea how Kim gets this crazy high sound. So my placeholder is a bend on the 13th fret of the high E. So we're going to start with that. Anyway, but just to show you what I'm talking about, if we can find that harmonic, I got to remember which fret it is. So you hold down the fret you want here, and then you lightly place your other finger on the other fret to get the harmonic, and then pick it with your thumb. That's the wrong fret. There it is, so the 19th fret there. And it's very tricky. Which is why I don't think that's what it is, and also it doesn't have the same sound. So, but that gives you an idea of the note, I guess. I think that's what it is. It's really hard to tell. But anyway, bending the 13th fret here of the high E. Actually, you kind of need a double bend there, which would be like this. And then this crazy lick here, descending. So I think we're going to go, right, 13th fret, 10th fret, 13th fret. I might have had this written the opposite on the tab. Might be 10th fret, 13, 10. But either way, it'll work. I'm pretty sure those 10, 13, 10. So we would have, and then 13, 10, 13. And 10th fret of the G, 12th fret, 10th fret. Then ending that lick on the 12th fret of the D. So that's going to be like this. And then we're going to have a bend on the 15th fret here. 15th fret of the high E. And then we're going to go 13th fret, 10th fret B, or 10th fret, 13th fret B. 10th fret, 13th fret E. Then we're going to bend that up and play it a few times like this. And then we're going to have 10th fret, 13th fret, 10th fret again. And then 13th fret B, 10th fret, 13th, bend it up. And then this crazy long lick here, which is going to start like this here. We're going to play that lick from earlier again, which is 10th fret, 13th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret of the G like this. We're going to do that once, and we're going to go back to the 10th fret of the B. And then we're going to play 12th fret, 10th fret, G twice. And then 12th fret of the D once. Go back to this 10th fret, 12th fret. You're going to go 10th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret of this D. 12th fret, 10th fret of the A string, and that's going to be hammer on pull off. Then 8th fret of the A. Then we're going to run it back up. 10th fret, 12th fret A, 10th fret, 12th fret D. Then 10th fret G to the 12th fret of the D. Back to the 10th fret of the D. Back to the 10th fret of the G. So it would be like this, ascending. And then we're going to go 12th fret of the G, bend it up. Then we're going to have this pull off, this hammer on pull off lick, which is 10, 12, 10. Back to 12th fret D. Back to 10th fret G. And then we're going to bend it again, and we're going to play the same lick again. So you play that lick 3 times at the end of the song, or the end of the solo, and then it just goes out with this muted harmonic here, if that's what you want to do, or just hold your finger over the strings at the 12th fret and just like that, which is actually closer to the sound. Which is, I think, what the rhythm guitars are doing. Kim may just slide out at the end instead of doing that, but that's the most prominent sound, so I usually like to just do that to end it. So that massive lick is going to be, so that massive rundown is going to be like this after this bend on the 13th fret where we start. And then we're gone. So that whole section, that whole third section here is going to be like this one more time. All right, everybody. that is going to do it for the solo lesson here on the Let Me Drown solo from Kim Thayil, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below if you would like. Hopefully I can get more tabs with lessons. We'll see about that. That's really an as time allows type of thing, if I have time to make the tab. Anyway, don't forget to click the bell so you know when a new video is going to be out. And with that, I will see you guys next time for another video. Have a good one.